Today world, I am Espejo
and I am Visible Spherical,
and for this video, we are going to tackle about the proof and evidences of two out of many Greek philosophers of the earth shape being spherical.
So the evidences and proof that we are going to tackle for today's video are the evidences and proof of the two great philosophers, Aristotle and Eratosthenes.
So what are you waiting for?
Let's start!
Mankind has been trying to work out the shape and the structure of the Earth we live in. Is the Earth flat or round? Do the planets orbit around the Earth or the Sun? Again, I am Espejo and I am going to discuss with you the theory of Aristotle about the Earth's shape being spherical. So, when Aristotle wrote the book on the heavens in 350 BC, he laid out several pieces of evidences for what he believed the Earth assumed is a spherical shape. One thing he noticed that pointed out was that each time there was a lunar eclipse, the shadow of the Earth upon the moon could be seen. And since that shadow is always round, regardless of where the Earth is in its rotation, the Earth must be round as well. Another point he made was that the stars are constantly in different positions, depending on where you are on the Earth. Aristotle noticed that there are stars you could see in Egypt that could not be seen from Cyprus, same away 1,000 kilometers away, as you move further and further from the equator, the visible constellation in the sky would dramatically change. That proved, he wrote, that not only the Earth is circular in shape, but also that it is a sphere of no great size. For otherwise, the effect of so slight a change of place would not be quickly apparent.
What an amazing theory that Aristotle discovered, right? And now, let's move forward for the theory of Eratosthenes. Several years later, another Greek philosopher, Eratosthenes, would go a step further and not only prove that the earth is round, but also measure its circumference, only with the power of the sun and the stick known of the most prominent philosopher of his time. Eratosthenes studied in Athens and produced impressive works as astronomy, mathematics, geography, and philosophy. In 2040 BC, he was appointed as chief librarian of the Great Library of Alexandria, one of the most largest and most significant libraries of the ancient world. One of Eratosthenes' many ambitious ways to create a world map. To do that, he knew that he first needed to know the size of the earth. Eratosthenes lived in the city of Alexandria, near the mouth of the Nile River in the present-day modern Egypt. He has first heard about the wheel located in ancient city Cyrene, which is now on the present-day modern Aswan. He realized that noon on the summer source test, when the sun was directly overhead, sunlight illuminated the entire bottom portion of the wheel without casting any shadow at the side, like during other days of the year. He then checked to see if the same phenomenon was happening in Alexandria by placing a stick upright in the ground at noon on the day's summer source test. There he noticed that the sun did cast the shadow at an angle of 7.2 degrees. This is because the city of Alexandria is north of the Tropic of Cancer, or also known as the northernmost point, where the sun will be directly overhead. Eratosthenes realized that he can then perform some simple calculation with these measurements and easily determine the circumference of the earth. However, more important factor in the calculation was determining the distance between Alexandria and Syene. With modern technology, This won't be big deal, but back when 240 BC, this was much more difficult to perform and especially perform accurately. Eratosthenes hired Bimates, who essentially was a professional walker trained to measure distances by counting steps. The Bimates, which measured distances and length of stadia, an ancient Greek unit of length based on the circumference of the typical sports stadia, determining that the distance between Alexandria and Cyane was roughly 5,000 stadia, or 800 kilometers in today's term. Since Eratosthenes knew that the sun hit straight on Cyane at 7.2 degrees angle at Alexandria, the distance between them should be a 7.2 degrees of the 360 degrees pair, that is the Earth conveniently 7.2 degrees east. 1/50 on a full circle, meaning that the distance from Alexandria and Cyane equates roughly 2% of the total Earth's surface. By taking this estimated distance of 800 kilometers and multiplying it by 50, he was able to determine that Earth has total polar circumference of roughly 40,000 kilometers.
So, was he right? Well, he was really close. Today we know that the Earth has the circumference of 40,075 kilometers around its equator and 40,008 kilometers when measuring the polar circumference.
So, that will be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.